Welcome, welcome. Hey everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Excited to share with you our partner-driven journey here and how we're helping people do real estate deals without using your credit, your capital. I can't wait for you guys to meet our principal founder, Peter. I'll have him join us here in a second. Meanwhile, my name is Roland, and I will be your MC, your host for this evening. As we get started, please turn on your cameras if you haven't done so already. We got Samuel. Thank you, sir, for turning on your camera. We've got Susan here as well. Welcome, welcome. We got Scott. Welcome. And if for whatever reason, if your name it doesn't say your name and it says your iPhone model or your Samsung model, please change that if you don't mind. That way we can keep these sessions as intimate as possible. We definitely want to get a chance here to get to know you, have you get to know us, obviously, but ultimately to see how we can help you in your business when it comes to real estate, whether you're brand new, never done a deal, looking to get started, or maybe you have done some deals in the past and you're looking to scale, make it more predictable. We definitely have something in store here for you. Again, please turn on your cameras and communicate via chat. That is how we're going to answer questions throughout this evening. We'll have a live Q&A towards the end. We do have a slide deck here that we do want to bring up, so I'll go ahead and get that going. But again, while I do that, please in the chat let me know where you're calling in from, maybe city, state, and I'll do my best to read them aloud to see where everyone's at here this evening. And again, please turn on your cameras. That way we are not communicating with little black screens. We've got Diane from Alabama. Welcome, welcome. Nathan from Oklahoma City. Welcome back, sir. We got Ray from Atlanta. Joseph in Florida. Nathan, you're at a baseball game. No worries. Glad you're here nonetheless. Kayla, no camera today. All good, but you're out in Arizona. Welcome, welcome. We got Corey in Utah. Philly in the house. Orlando. Love it. Love it. Keep it coming, folks. Again, we do have a short slide deck here before I introduce to you guys our principal founder. Deanna, you're Maryland driving. I know that, so please be careful there. But again, on behalf of Partner Driven, I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to be here with us this evening. Quick snapshot of who we are, Partner Driven. We are the only real estate program in the nation that partners with you on deals. With close to 4,000 deals completed, our founders, Peter and Julie, as well as our coaching team, they provide 100% of the capital, 100% of the rehab, and all the resources you need to actually flip houses step by step. For some of you who do have some experience, I'm sure that you would agree with me. There's a lot of moving parts and moving pieces to get a deal done. So we help you do that all the while without you having to risk your own money or credit. In fact, we have a whole team that I'll quickly introduce you to. Here at Partner Driven, we feel that real estate shouldn't be a solo sport, especially if you're looking to scale and do more deals. So I'll give you a quick snapshot of some of the team members that essentially become your team members as you build your business, as you make this more predictable. Because again, there's so many moving parts to truly make real estate a reality, to make it predictable. And we have assembled the best of the best, or at least Peter has, and Julie, our founders, have assembled the best of the best to help you with your business, no matter where you are in your journey. Having said that, again, the main speaker for tonight is our founder, Peter. I do want to kind of give you a snapshot of their background. Peter and Julie, they're on a mission. And they're on a mission to make real estate a reality and accessible to everyone, especially with all of you on this call this evening. Peter does a pretty good job of breaking down the complexities of real estate, dumbing it down, no offense, in a sense that people can really just take that information and run with it. I'm sure many of us here on this call have been to webinars like this in the past. We've been to the hotel meetings. We watched the YouTube videos. We read the books. But it's a million miles between learning about real estate and actually executing. Case in point, we have co-founder Julie, who was actually a student at one point of Peter's. Fast forward to a decade later or so, she's profited over $5 million flipping houses and is here with us, helping you in your journey as well. Now, Peter, not only is he in real estate and has done very, very well for himself, but more importantly, has helped many people across the nation do deals. And that's what we're about, folks. We're about doing deals. I can't think of anyone better than him to share with you not only the story of our company, Partner Driven, but someone that's a family man. He's got 5 kids, for goodness sakes. Really good friend of mine. Have got to know him for the last couple of years. Very down to earth guy, but at the same time, when it comes to real estate, He's probably the best person that you want in your corner, behind your shoulders, helping you get your real estate business up and running. Pete, Thursday night, I appreciate you being here with us tonight. Welcome to the call.
Hey, great to be here, Roland. Thanks for the kind words. Great introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about real estate here tonight. I assume that's why you're hearing a call. I also assume that the reason you're hearing a call is no matter where you are in your journey, getting started, maybe done a couple deals, maybe quite advanced, you are not where you want to be. And what I want to share with you is an opportunity to partner with me and do deals. I've done 4,000 deals already, so I'm pretty apt at this. I would say I'm extremely experienced. I'd even say I'm probably the best in the country at doing what it is that I'm going to share with you today, the kind of deals I do and the magic behind there. And really, what I want to do is I want to lay out as much information as possible over the next several minutes so you could make a good decision. Are we a good opportunity for you? Am I a good individual for you to do deals with? What we do, does that fit into your dreams and goals? And then if that is, and by the way, we're not for everybody. I'm not the only way to do the real estate business. But if when we're done here, a little bit from now, you feel like, yep, this sounds like something I want to be a part of, then what we're going to do is we're going to give you a chance to actually schedule a private session with us, and that's where we kind of flip the tables a little bit and we want to make sure you're a good fit. But if we're a good fit for you and you're a good fit for us, then we're going to take off and we're going to do a bunch of deals together. Simple as that. Three things make the magic happen here. Number one, and I'm going to lay all these out in details, but to kind of give you a summary. Number one thing that makes the magic happen is that when you partner with me, my team and I will do 90 to 95% of all the deal. We'll train you, support you. We have systems to drop prices on the deals you find. We have a national closing operation and team to close deals across the United States. We could deploy our construction teams across the United States to get your properties fixed if they need work. As you know, I'm sure if you're on here tonight, you know the next piece. I put up 100% of the money. My parents, I've never said that. My partners never even put a dollar into a deal. I also assume all the liability, which makes this a risk-free way to do real estate. And then we have takeout strategies like realtors and all this to sell them off, and then we split the profits down the middle. Your responsibility is to help us with about 5 to 10% of that deal is to help us find it. The second thing that makes this so powerful is I literally will have the biggest buy box. Buy box, for those of you that are at all have any experience in real estate, know what that is. That is like, what are the numbers or what kind of deals are you looking for? I have the biggest buy box in the United States right now. We do about 11 different strategies here: fix and flip, wholesale, hotel, remarketing, relisting, as is flip, subject to, owner finance. We also do different types of deals. We do houses, uh, condos, townhomes, mobile homes, modular homes, land, different types, single family, duplexes, triplexes, quads. So when you put all this together, the ease of finding deals that fit the parameters are as easy as you're going to find anywhere in the United States. And the final thing, the magic that makes this happen is that I set up systems for my partners that instead of them chasing the deals come to you. So we're a partner that does 90-95% of the deals, assumed all the liability, has the biggest buy box in the United States, and set up marketing systems that the goal is for deals to find you, not vice versa. So I'm going to make the strongest statement that I may make the rest of the night, but it's a very, very, very straightforward, very black and white, very truthful statement. Well, when you're partnering with me, it is absolutely the easiest ways to do real estate that you've ever seen. It's not for everybody, but I've never, ever, ever had anyone raise their hand afterwards and say, "Hey, I got an easier options and an easier plan." So let's get started and let's hit the details. So today I'm going to show you obviously how to make money in real estate, but I'm going to show you how to do it without risking any of your own savings. And I'm going to literally show you how to do deals tonight without any risk in any deal that you want to do. Now, if that sounds too good to be true, and if you know anything about real estate, it should sound to be too good to be true. That's exactly what I do. So please stick around, and I'm going to explain how all this happens, but I'm also going to tell you why I do this. I'm also going to show you some deals along the way. But before we get to all that, let's talk about you and why you're here. Remember, the goal is to make sure if we're going to be working together, that's just step number one. Step number two is we're going to have to make sure we're a good fit. So I'm going to the only thing I ask you the whole night is the following. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you several questions. Please participate. Throw your answers inside chat. Give me a yes, give me a no, give me a quick answer to it. Because we want to start kind of building a little bit of profiles on who it is here tonight and what kind of partners potentially we, as my team and I, want to start gravitating towards. All right. So first question: some of you all here on this call, and you are what I call real estate professionals. And what that basically means is some of you here tonight, you already have some kind of a track record of success in this business. You might be an investor, a wholesaler, a realtor, a closing attorney, a mortgage person, a money person, a surveyor. So if you have anything to do with real estate at all, and you have any kind of track record behind you, give me either a thumbs up or a quick yes inside chat if you don't mind. By the way, I'm going to ask Roland behind the scenes to do some emceeing for me. The way these cameras are set up, it is literally impossible for me to look at chat. But Roland can. So for those of you that are here tonight and you have any kind of track record in the real estate already, love to hear a quick yes or a thumbs up inside chat.
Hey, Pete, yeah, absolutely. We got a couple of folks here saying yes. We've got Ray with some experience. We've got Tracy, Anna, Terry. We have iPhone, who is a beginner. We've got Miss Watkins, yes. Diane, yes. Ron only in rehabbing.
That's
Bobby
experience.
is a professional licensed real estate agent in Kansas City, Missouri. We got Kelly, 20 years contracting. Russ, yes. Ofer, yes. Claudia, ooh, interior designer and a realtor to be. So Pete, we got folks here all across the spectrum here.
I love it. I love it. Um, and this is what I was hearing Roland say. You're a realtor. Some of y'all are wholesalers. Some of you guys are investors. Let me make the statement. Is it safe to assume if in the next couple minutes I'm going to show you how you could tap into as much money as you want to do as many deals as you want to do, that that will help you? So if you agree with this statement, if I'm going to show you, and by the way, I'm going to show you this obviously, how over the next couple minutes, I'm going to show you how you could tap into as much money as you need to do as many deals as you want to do. Safe to assume that's going to give you the ability to do more deals. Um, Love to hear from you inside chat if you agree with that statement.
Yeah, Pete. Corey saying sounds good to me. Heck yes. Lacey says Ray, yes, 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 and people nodding their heads left. Absolutely, Pete.
All right, I love it. I love it. Along the way, I'm going to introduce you to some of my partners to kind of give you a bird's eye view, really who the partners are, what we're doing together. This is not only a partner, but now a dear friend, Seth Choate. A couple of unique things about Seth. We've done about 220 deals now. We've done about 180 of them in California, which a lot of people say it's can't do it in California, too expensive, and all this. And by the way, I want to disprove some myths that some of you guys hear out there, kind of in a guru world and stuff like that. By the way, when you're doing deals, location is like irrelevant. So we did about 180 deals in California. Then he and his wife and their three kids ended up buying their dream home. So now they live in the Midwest, a little bit south of Nashville. They bought airplanes since then. They travel every month. That was one of their big dreams when they started, to travel 1 or 2 weeks out of the month. Um, right when we got started in the first several deals, Seth was able to retire his wife, Bree, from corporate. When we started, he was a school teacher. By the way, Seth had zero experience when he started with me, other than he had some basic knowledge. He had a real estate license. He was a realtor, nothing to do with investing. Another interesting thing is out of the 220 deals we've done, Seth to this day has never done the rehab part himself. My team and my construction team has always been deployed to get that stuff done for him. That's an important piece to remember if that is not your forte. Um, but on the other side, we have Preston Moore here. He's in Huntsville, Alabama. Give you an idea, Preston is a volume guy. We got about 10 deals going on right now. By the way, you'll see I love partners that want to do multiple deals at the same time. Now, Seth had zero experience when he started with me. When Preston started with me, he had already done over 100 deals. So I'm going to introduce you to some partners tonight that had a tremendous amount of experience with me when they started. The reason that I have a lot of partners that have a lot of experience start with me is I give them the ability to grow and scale because I don't limit them. I don't limit them how many deals they can do. I don't limit them geographically, infrastructurally, construction wise, and all this. And so, unlike Seth, who's never participated on the construction team side, we've always handled that for him. Preston has always done his own rehabs because not only when he started with me did he already do 100 over 100 deals, he had a very successful construction company. So the key component there is whether you have experience or you don't have experience, huge benefit to work with me. And also, if you happen to have some kind of trade, a skill like construction, or maybe you're a real estate agent, you then have the ability to kind of double dip, as I call it. You'll make, like Preston makes his fee on the construction side all the time, and then he also collects 50% of the profit. Now, some of you are here because you're thinking about retirement. Maybe a retirement is not tomorrow, but maybe it is, but maybe it's in several months, couple, maybe even a couple years. But no matter where, some of you guys are here tonight and retirement is in sight. But the reason you're here tonight is because you also know that if you're going to continue down the pathway you're on right now, retirement is not going to be what you want it to be. So, for those of you that see retirement somewhere, it's in sight. But also you realize, or at least you're honest enough to admit, that doing what you continue to do is not going to get you the retirement you want. So I'd love to hear from you guys in chat for those of you that could relate with that statement.
Hey, P, yeah, we got Diane saying yes. We got Ron in Arizona saying already retired. Kelly, retirement? Question mark, question mark.
Yeah, good
We
point.
got Joseph, yes, me. Thanks for laughing on that, Kelly. Appreciate that. We got Carolyn saying yes. Definitely need help, says Scott Savage. Um, Russ says, thank you for the opportunity. Retired, let's go. And then Fred says, no doubt.
Especially once we get on past
Ann
small.
says, too young for that part, but hey, Ann, it's coming to a theater near to all of us soon. So, but yeah, a couple of years here. Pete says iPhone. And Bobby says, hey, don't think I'll ever retire. That's what we got, Pete.
I like it. I like it. So, as it relates to that, let me introduce you one of my partners that fit exactly into that mold. Ron and Karen Rowan, when I met them a little while ago, they were in retirement mode, meaning they were under 3 years away from that. They had lived in Indiana, and I love people that have some kind of timelines for their goals and their objectives and their dreams. They had that about a 2.5 year timeline. So we hit the ground running because they made it very clear to me. They didn't want to retire. They were living in Indiana. They said they wanted to retire in the South, specific in Florida. They wanted to be specifically on the ocean. They specifically wanted to own their land, and they specifically wanted to have an RV in there. So we had a timeline, we had distinct goals, and we absolutely started crushing it. Just example of some of our initial deals: 83,000 on the left side here. 63,000 in the next deal, 68,000, 67. So just within the first several months, about $160,000 of profit. And they just started, they felt confident enough on what was taking place. They're like, let's start accomplishing our dreams and goals. And so they had got the land, it was in Florida, it was on the ocean, everything was set in place. And they started making that trek, even as we were doing deals together. And initially, all their deals were in Indiana. They started making that trek, that drive between Indiana and Florida, and that drive put them pretty close to a lake house my wife and I own on Lake Lanier. And just like so many of our partners do, we become friends. So one of the weekends they stopped over, hung out with us at the lake, and I still I love sharing this story because it's like it brings shivers to me every time I talk about it. But I remember Ron and I sitting at our lake house, backyard. It was just the lake house, the backyard, the fire, and the lake. And the moon was glistering on the lake. It was shiny, even though it was dark at night with the fire going. And I asked him, I said, Ron, I mean, we're obviously doing great together. But I said, like, has anything changed from your goals? And he said, really not a ton. It was still Florida, it was still land, it was still ocean, it was still this, and this. He said, but except one thing, they went from initially it was going to be just an RV, and that RV all of a sudden became a mini mansion. And the reason I share that story is like if you were to ever meet Ron and Karen, incredible couple. You knew they worked for the decades, decades, and the dream was an RV. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with an RV, but I think you get my point. And then they get in with me, we start partnering, we start doing deals, they start making a bunch of money, and literally within several months, that little RV, I don't know if it was going to be little, but that RV turned into a mini mansion. And that's just a testament of the power of not just what we do, but overall to this real estate investing industry. Now, some of you are here and see how many of you all fall into this mold. You just simply want more out of life. And this is how I define you. If I was talking to you one on one, and by the way, when I'm done here in a little bit, I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to open up the end of the meeting for question and answers in case I don't miss any, if I miss some of you. But who I'm talking to now is what I call you. I call you guys the hustlers, and this is the spectrum I have always fallen myself in. But this. Tell me if you could relate to this. You have very clearly defined dreams and goals. Like you could rattle them off. Pete, this is what it looks like financially. This is what it looks like lifestyle. This is what it looks for the people around me. But between these very clearly defined dreams and goals, it's like there's a wall. There's you, there's the wall, and there's those dreams and goals. And you're that individual that's been trying to climb that wall, get around that wall, maybe even walk through that wall. And it's just like it's impossible. You can't climb it, you can't get around it, you can't go through it. Um, but you're at that point in your life that you're just looking for something that works, like legitimately works. And at the point you find it, you're that person that's like, I'll go through that wall. If you're telling me, Pete, that this stuff is exactly what you're showing us, I'm willing to go through that wall to get to the other side of my dreams and goals. So for those of you that can relate to that story and you're like, that's me, I call you the hustler, which is my favorite type of an individual, by the way. Any hustlers on here tonight? I'd love to hear from you guys inside chat.
Pete, as you were speaking, a lot of folks were chiming in and saying, yes, that's me. Um, you're definitely in a room of like-minded individuals. We got Darnell, I am the hustler. Ann says, I am. We've got Ray saying, that's me, that's me. A lot of folks here, Pete, who seriously looking to use real estate with their work ethic to get it going for sure.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me introduce you to not only a partner, not only a dear friend, but the epitome of a hustler. His name is Jamari Spruill, and I met Jamari a couple years ago and got to know him the first day I met him. He actually came to one of my live events, and during the break, he and I hit it off, and it was very apparent. Jamari was a hustler. He was the partner that I love. Because he literally told me at that point, he's like, listen, if I could figure out a way to become a partner, then I'm a blank slate. Like I am the most coachable person you'll ever love, and that's a good statement. You'll ever meet. Because I do see those dreams and goals on the other side. And Pete, if you could help me get there, we'll walk through that wall. So we find ourselves here today, well over 17 deals done. Just an epitome of a hustler, epitome of a student of this industry, of this business. Very coachable, which, by the way, is a must for me. You got to be coachable if you're going to be one of my partners. But the reason I also want to talk to you for a second about Jamari is that he exemplifies what I teach people, and that is this: when you're a partner of mine. By the way, if for those of you that ever, if you ever start with me and you become a partner of mine, you get me obviously, you get my team absolutely, and I'll introduce you to some of the team members here in a minute. Um, but you also get my partners. And the philosophy when it comes to my partners here is very simple. The philosophy is this. When you start, when you start, we want you to take as much as you can because it's like a rocket. And initially, you need everything. You need everything, and you need to take. But as they start achieving success, the philosophy is now you want you to turn back and grab that next person behind you and help them. And there's a lot of my partners to this day will tell you that the reason they become successful is, they give some credit to the what the systems, all of the things that are here. They give some credit to me, to my team, but then they give credit to this guy right here, Jamari. And that's a big thing that you actually get help again, not only from us, but from the hustlers, the Jamaris of my organization. So here at Partner Driven, we put our money where our mouth is, literally. Now, you're hearing this call, I assume, because you want to experience what being part of my community is all about and to make sure all of your questions get answered. And I promise you, I'm going to give you all of that and more. So let's continue. I'm going to ask you a few more questions just so I and the team can get to know you better. But before I get into that, I want to kind of take a turn to the left a little bit or to the right and tell you why I, to this day, built this business. And for me, this business has always been very personal. And I'll tell you, it's great to have the toys. It's great to have the places on the water, the boat, the great cars, just an incredible things as a result of this business. But that is not why I built this business. The reason I built this business is I got 5 kids. I used to make fun of people with 5 kids, and now I am people with 5 kids, and now I actually encourage it. But what makes it so unusual about me having 5 kids is my kids' ages. They range from 27 all the way down to 3. And the reason I built this business is for me, the most important thing was to be a participating father. I wanted to experience my kids' lives. I wanted to be part of their lives. I wanted to impart and encourage and really just be there, especially as they were growing up. And obviously, it's for my 20 somethings, my 3 and 4 year old. They're obviously here with us, but my 20 somethings are now moved on and have careers of their own. But I was able to do that for them, as they were growing up. I was at the games, at the practices, at the conferences, at the plays, I was at the trips, all of that. The being a participating father, I was able to watch their highlights of their life and also be there as a supporting father in some of the low lives of of their lives, which comes with the territory. But for me, the reason I built this business and the reason I continue to build this business is being a participating father has always been an absolutely must in my life. So now let me flip the script. Why are you here? What is your why? What do you want to accomplish? For me, it was my kids. And that is why I've become what I have become in through this industry. But I'd love to hear some of your answers. What specifically are your whys?
Absolutely, Pete. Love this question. We've got Jose, a single dad to a little girl. We got Russ sharing with us, a friend of all, Team God. We've got iPhone saying, absolutely want more, ready to work hard to get it. Another one saying here, let's see. Anne says she's an entrepreneur, mom of 4. Oldest is 26, youngest is 11. Don't want my 3 oldest struggling to succeed in this crazy life, is what she
Yep.
says. Ron says he wants to give his kids and grandkids a successful business where they can help others.
Hmm.
We've got Kayla is saying same reason, build a legacy and be present in her family's life. Oh my goodness, Pete, someone beat you. They got 9 kids, six
Go.
boys, 3 girls, 20 years old, down to 2 years old. Pete, drop mic drop. Love it, love
You
it.
win.
A lot of family reasons here, Pete. A lot of family reasons here is why many people are looking to make real estate a reality.
I love it. I love it. I'd love to know where some of you guys are in your real estate journey. I'd love to hear for those of you that are absolutely brand new, like you've never done a deal. I'd love to hear from some of you guys inside chat. If you're beyond the brand new, but not much, like you maybe you've done a deal, or maybe you're in the middle of a deal, or done a couple deals. And I guarantee you, as always, there's some pretty darn savvy and experienced people here. You may have done multiple deals, or whatever sector of real estate you're in, you achieved quite a bit of success. So let me know specifically, where are you personally in the real estate journey right now?
We've got Dean here, Pete, who is brand new. Same with Corey, completely beginning. Jose, new to all this. We got who else we got? We got Fred, one deal, done some rehabs in the past.
Nice.
We got Lorinda, another newbie and brand new as well. Y'all typing quick here. Let me try to catch up with you guys. Chris has done personal real estate transactions, but new to selling. We've got Deborah, also brand new. We've got Angela, brand new as well. But we also have Pete here, folks who've been doing this for quite a number of years. Someone with interior designing. Someone's been designing Bobby here for over 7 years. We've got Tracy. Here's some of the experience. 18 years real estate agent
Nice.
for 12 years. We've got folks here in construction, 23 years in experience. Anna with 5 deals. So Pete, folks all across the board here.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, this is just really what we just talked about. Where do you want to be in your life? But let's get real. Let's get real. We just talked about your why. We talked about some of your experience. Let me ask you, what's the biggest obstacle right now holding you back from the results that you want to achieve? So if you had to narrow down to one or two obstacles, what are your currently biggest obstacles? You see those dreams, you see those goals. What's that wall look like? What does it got in there?
Pete, they're slowly coming in here. We've got funding, Ann says. We've got
Yeah.
money, says Fred.
Yep.
Networking and funding, capital, funding. Bobby says moolah.
Hmm.
iPhone says finances. Brian says money, scaling. Kayla says financial literacy, money and
Yep.
credit. Joseph says needs a system, Pete. So, lots of obstacles here today.
Yep. Yep. Roland, is this kind of what you're seeing? Lack of money, lack of knowledge, lack of experience, scared to make the wrong move. Numbers expensive. Rehabs are very expensive. Real estate's a very risky business. Failed before. People bring baggage with them to this business. And I think I've heard you even mention this one. I don't know where to start. Did I miss anything, Roland, or is this kind of what everybody was saying?
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Absolutely.
All right. So, bottom line is this: who wants to get past all of these obstacles and who wants to do more deal? Let me tell you a secret, which is not really a secret. You're not the only one with these struggles. These are all very, very common investor problems. The reason I put Partner Driven together was to solve literally every single one of these problems for you. I couldn't be more confident that we can support your mission of doing more deals. We do it for my partners every single day. Well, let me introduce you to a couple more partners, a couple more deals. Again, just so you continue getting the bird's eye view. Chad Wolf and Jerry Scott, what makes them so unique is they had over 400 deals before they started with me. But again, they wanted to grow and scale. Preston Moore on the right side here, I already introduced you to him, Huntsville, Alabama, on a deal we did together. Michael Hewitt, $49,000 on one of our deals. BJ and Tracy Medlin, what makes them so unique is they're from a town of less than 1,000 people, right? Again, people saying where you can or can't do this business. In under a year, we already done over 10 deals in a town of under 1,000 people. Glenn Antonok, here's one of our deals for $7,500 in profit. Patrick Curtis on the right side, Madeira Beach, Florida, $11,500 on one of our deals together. Michael Binns, I think this might have been our first deal we did in the Indianapolis, Indiana, $8,500 in profit. Will Owens, Detroit, Michigan, 17,000. Nate Patterson, one of our initial deals together. Angola, New York, Richard Granquist, and one of our many deals together. Spanaway, Washington, $30,000 of profit. Another one with Preston for 24,000. Another one with Seth here. Smyrna, Tennessee, 19,000. Archie, a unique thing about him, he retired after doing just one flip with me. We made 150,000 on the very first flip. Since then, we've gone on to do a bunch of deals. Another unique fact on Archie here on the left side, he has never ever done a deal where he lives, nor a city, not a state. And again, a testament to kind of how I put this together. My infrastructure literally spans across the United States. Ricky Tanner, Toccoa, Georgia, 17,000. Another one with B. Jane Tracy in Dixon, Missouri, 22,000. Rafael Ruiz. This is actually the last deal we did here about a month or two together, Spring Hill, Florida. Jason Bleskoski, one of the multiple deals we've done together, Oak Harbor, $6,900 of profit. $48,000 on another one with BJ and Tracy. Vance Hudgens, we just bought a new one today together. This was a deal right here on the we did a couple months ago, 93,000. We're just finishing a flip right now in Nashville, Tennessee. That one's going to have about $130,000 of profit built in. Deborah Cotton, we actually bought two deals today with Deborah in Ohio, but this one was in Ridgeford, Fort Worth, Texas. I don't know where any cities are. Richard Granquist, one of the multiple deals we've done together in Washington. Another one with Preston Moore in Alabama. Scott Thompson, this was the first deal we did that's showcased here, but we just literally sold a deal together in New York today. Got a wire for I think $146,000. Richard Granquist on the right side here, $43,000 in profit. Corey Turner a couple months ago, one of our deals together for $40,000. Another one with Preston in Gunnersville, Alabama, $25,000. Look, I could just keep on going and going, showcasing you all the deals that I'm doing and just recently done with my partners. Strictly for sake of time, let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to take a 3-minute detour and I'm just going to compare of what it means to do a deal alone or side by side do that very same deal with myself and my team. And when you see the numbers side by side and the infrastructure side by side, it's literally shocking the difference. But it explains why I have so many partners across the United States doing so many deals. So let's just use a real life deal. This is a deal that I did with BJ and Tracy, who I showcased a second ago, in Crocker, Missouri, 3 beds, 2 baths, rural town. The initial numbers on this property is that we got it for $74,900. It needed about $40,000 of work, and once we were completed, it was worth $190,000. A very basic, simple formula. A lot of investors use. We don't necessarily even use this formula, but it's a good one to use. This kind of gives you the buy number, buy box. But the bottom line is this: on a house that ultimately sells for $190,000, if you want to make about a 30% margin on your deal, which is a good numbers to shoot for, you just take 190, subtract it by 0.7, subtract the repairs, and that basically gives you the buy number. This is what you cannot pay more. Right here, bottom right-hand side, $93,000 was the most we could have paid for this house. Remember, we got this house actually for $74,900. So in the end, this turned out to be a screaming, screaming good deal. So let's get into it. If you were to do this deal alone with your own money, your own credit, your own experience, this is exactly how it works. So let's start on the left side. This is you doing it by yourself and borrowing the money. By the way, good luck trying to borrow money if you've never done any deal. Good luck. Just doesn't work here. It's very difficult. So let's just say if you're trying to borrow the money and let's say you've already done 5 deals. But this is what makes this business so difficult to accomplish. Look at the upper left-hand number. You're borrowing $75,000. Remember, we got this house for $75,000. And then you needed $40,000 worth of work. So really in the end, you're trying to borrow about $115,000. Go to the very bottom of that screen. This is crazy. You got a $75,000 home, but the way the financing works in real estate, I know it's hard to believe. You need around bottom left hand corner here. You to borrow $75,000 for that house, you need around 75 in a bank to do this deal by yourself. Right? So I know you're thinking, wait a second, to borrow 75, I need 75 exactly. That's why, especially in the initial stages, 99 out of 100 times the lenders make more money than the investors. Now, look at the right column. The exact same deal, but now let's say you and I partnered on it. You don't need any experience. I'm putting up 100% of the money for everything that is needed. Look at the bottom right-hand side. And with me, you could do unlimited amount of deals with my and my team's money, right? But wait, there's more. It's not just the financial side, it's also the infrastructural side. Left hand column. If you're going to do this by yourself, you better know what the heck you're doing. You got to know margins, negotiations, contracts, attorneys, rehab teams, rehab management, project managers. You got to know how to connect with the right realtors. You got to know how to collect with multiple attorneys. Bottom left hand corner, you do the work when you're doing this by yourself. And believe you me, you're risking everything in every deal. The exact same deal, doing it with myself again and my team, no experience necessary. We're doing all of that. We know how to do price drops, how to negotiate. We provide you the contracts. We do the inspections on all the deals. We have our own construction teams if that's needed. We have our own attorneys. We have our own realtors. Bottom right hand side, we do the work. Remember, 95% we do the work of every deal, and we take on 100% of the risk, right? Shockingly, not even, it's almost like two different businesses. But that's the difference of trying to do this yourself as opposed to with a savvy partner like myself and the team. So now I'm going to show you exactly how to work, how all of this works to partner with myself on deals. Remember, I and my team, we're providing all the money, providing my team and the expertise to do deals with you. And then in the back end, we simply split the deal profits 50-50. And then it's just wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. We do this because we need local boots on the ground in local markets. We need individuals like you guys to partner with to execute these deals, to help us find deals across the country. So here's how it works. So you find the property, you get it under contract. I put up all the money, and then my team and I execute the deal. Together, literally, we're a dream team. We don't make money until you make money. The goal is to be successful together. You'll never, ever have to worry about where the money comes from. You never have to worry about risking your credit on any deal. You never have to worry about making the bad move on any single deal. And you never, ever have to worry about navigating the waters alone. Now, does this sound too good to be true? So, let me show you. I want to show you how this whole process works. So you could see, so we could see together how we do deals together. Bottom line is this. I put together a very simple three-phase roadmap. It's basically mine and my team's guide to doing deals and solving all those problems. And the success starts with our roadmap to deals. Phase one, and I'm going to dig into all of these, is access to the system. Phase two, you find the deal, submit the deal. Phase three, I put up all the money, we execute the flip, and then in the back end, we split the profits. So phase one is access to the system. The system is really what gets you successful doing this with us. The system is all about showing you how to find deals. The real question that most of you should have for yourself tonight is, how do I even know I could find a deal? I've never found a deal, or I might have been trying to do this my whole life and I can't find the right deals, or whatever it is. The best way to describe my system is literally what I have learned along the way to doing 4,000 deals. So what is included in the system? Live training calls. We train every day, most days, multiple times a day. It's not a once a month thing, once every couple weeks, once or twice a week. Like every day, multiple times a day in a live environment, we're showing you exactly what you got to do that day to find deals. Bottom left-hand corner, partner-driven university. If you can't attend a certain training, my university is all of my knowledge recorded, all of my team's knowledge recorded, 24/7 access. Private community, you immediately, if you become a partner, get access to all of my rest of my partners. And I've already showcased some of them, and you guys remember the philosophy here. First, you take, and then every partner is trained to take those new people and help. We also get together a couple times a year in a live environment. Our live training sessions, the key is that, as you can see, I have multiple people part of my team. So we have multiple people teaching you, showing you, including myself, by the way. I train also, and we do this almost every single day, multiple times a day. Phase two. Phase two is about submitting your deals. It starts with first with marketing. Remember, you tap into my system, we show you how to get deals. Starts with marketing. We pick a specific marketing strategy that best fits you, your personality, all of those things. We help you implement that marketing strategy where you live or wherever you want to do deals. What all of my systems do from marketing perspective is they connect you with sellers. That's it. That's the bottom line. That those systems will then start helping you put deals together, quality deals. You then go to your dashboard, request a contract. The contract gets kicked out right to your sellers. We help you do the price drop, negotiate the deals. We get the deal under contract. The contract gets signed. We go through inspections, due diligence, and then we basically approve the deal. The reason I want to show you this is that, yes, I get involved on every single deal myself. Matter of fact, every time my partners bring a deal in, they hear from me immediately, usually within the first 20 minutes, and then I spearhead that deal. My whole team rallies around me, and every single day we review every single deal we're working on, and we discuss what we have to do that particular day to move your deals forward. Phase three, we fund, flip, and split profits. So then we buy the property. I put up all the money. We execute the deal. Remember, we have 11 different strategies we utilize here. So we identify which strategy we're going to do. We identify a buyer in the back end, and then everybody gets paid. Close the deal. You get transparent accounting of what happened in that deal that very same day. And you get your funds wired to you right at that very same day of closing also, okay? This is just one of my team members, Miss Mary. Has been with me for 15 years, closed a couple thousand deals for me and my team. Her responsibility is very simple. When your deal comes in, she takes that file, organizes it, and drives it to closing. An extremely difficult thing to do. Most people have no idea how difficult sometimes closings are. She's the best in the country at doing this. Like literally, not only the best, but literally the best in the country. This is one of my partners, Mike Harden. Just talked to him a little bit ago. He's in Pittsburgh. It took us 6 deals all over the country till we finally did a deal in Pittsburgh. But this is the very first deal we did in Bristol, Wisconsin. Made $136,900. So right in this very first deal, Mike made $68,000 and myself and my team made $68,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, remember, we're putting up all the money on every single deal. I'm absorbing 100% of the risk, so there's no risk involved for you. And then we split the profits on the back end, 50-50. Now that I've gone through the roadmap, do you see the value of getting your deals funded by myself? So, and also along the way of having an experienced partner to do deals with. So, Roland, I want to make sure everyone's awake here. Do you guys see the value from where we are right now? Do you see the value of me funding all of your deals? And do you see the value of having someone of my team and my experience working with you as a partner? I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat.
Hey, Pete, not only are folks agreeing with you, loving what they're hearing and seeing, but they already want to speak to us, asking for a link to speak to our advisors already.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I appreciate that. By the way, I love aggressive partners. Love aggressive partners. I don't like the slide, but my team insists on putting this. And this is nothing more than just a comparison of how I compare to other gurus in this world. I have nothing to do with that world, but my team says, well, Pete, everybody thinks you do. And I guess I get it. So let's just go ahead and compare. Let's go 30 seconds, blow through this because there really is no comparison. The only somewhat light comparison is that you can get some great training from the guru world, and you're going to get training from us too. Ours is superior because they train you on concepts. We train you on real life deals. And when you get trained on real life deals, your knowledge and experience goes at a much higher level than when you're just learning from just what I call tapes, books, and seminars, all conceptual. But then that's where all the comparison stops. Here's what they will not do with you. They won't partner with you on deals. I'll partner with you on deals, and I will guide you through every step of the way to navigate and execute the deal. They will not give you access to their acquisition team if they have an acquisition team. I'm sure a lot of you guys know none of them are even, most of them aren't even doing any deals. But I'll give you, but when you're doing deals with us, my whole acquisition team steps in for inspections, rehabs, and closings. The next piece is forget the gurus. As far as I know, probably nobody else will do this next piece. I'll put up all the money on all the deals. And I don't know who else in your life is going to give you as much money as you need to have to do as many deals as you want to do. And the final thing is what makes this the perfect business. I'm going to assume all the risk. That simply means if something ever goes wrong in a deal, and sometimes things still go wrong, it's on me. You don't have to ever divvy up even a penny if something goes sideways. That's absolutely huge. And you guys know this. Other real estate gurus, they're going to teach you how to do a deal, and then they're going to set you loose to figure the rest out alone. Here at Partner Driven, we stay by your side on every deal. We'll provide all the capital, execute the entire deal, and then we split the deal profits in the back end. I mean, as I've been saying, this is a truly win-win model. So we're literally invested in your success. Now, there is an initial fee to start working with me. It is by the way, I'm going to make this crystal clear. If you're sitting here and you think I should be doing this for free, or you're shocked that you want to get in business, which, being in real estate is getting business for yourself, and you're trying to do it on the free, I could tell you right now, we're not going to be a good fit. But there is a very minor, small fee to get started with us. It's the only money you ever have to spend to flip a lifetime of deals. And afterwards, you never have to put any money down for anything. Down payments, earnest money, inspection, mortgage costs, contractors, purchase, rehab, closing, realtor fees, appraisals. I cover all of that. Bottom line is I put the funds up to fund the entire cost. Another way of looking at it, just by doing one deal with me, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to cover that initial fee. The fee to start with me is less than a down payment on any hard money loan that you'll ever have to do on even one single deal. By the way, the reason we don't get into discussing the fee on this presentation is that there's a couple different options, and there's a couple different options to paying the fee. But before we talk with you about the fee, even if you want to have a private one-on-one meeting, before we cover that, we're going to want to make sure we're a good fit. Because if this is just a financial decision for you, and if you're kind of putting a price tag on your dreams and goals, probably not a good fit. Probably not a good fit. Okay. So bottom line is this. My goal here is to put yourself in an environment until becoming a real estate investor literally becomes second nature. And by the way, if you're doing this yourself, you know what I'm saying here. Doing this by yourself, it is a very slow business, and it's extremely expensive business. It's very risky, and it's no fun. When you're doing it with a partner like myself and my team, we make it extremely simple. It's 100% safe, and you better believe it. We have a whole lot of fun doing this. Yes, there is a one-time fee to join. What it does is immediately gives you access to my team, the system. It is the only money you ever have to pay to do unlimited amount of deals, and to get all of your costs funded by myself on as many deals as you want to do. So the next step is to apply to go to that next level with us, to basically have a private conversation. In that private conversation, the goal is to talk you through your goals with my team, make sure we're a right fit for each other. I brought that up a couple times. We want to tell you about, if everything checks out at that point, you like us, we like you, we want to work together. We will go over the fee and a couple of different ways of paying it. And
Sure.
literally on that first initial conversation, the goal is to after tonight is to get you started. If the conversation goes well, towards doing your first deal. So, for those of you that are ready to take that next step, to connect with myself, my team, make sure we're a good fit, and go chase some dreams and goals. At the bottom of the Zoom right now, let's take a second. At the bottom of Zoom right now, there is a link. It's a request to call link. That's it. There's no obligation to talk to myself, to my team. It's just a way for you to say, I'm interested, I like it. By the way, if you are already talking to a team member and you're here tonight, schedule a call because that indicates us you were here, you got a chance to talk to me, connect with me, and that you'll be immediately routed. The call will be set up with the team member you're talking to. So, and my advisors, my partner advisors, are now standing by to talk you through your options and get you started. So, now what I want to do is exactly what I promised. I want to open up the floor to take whatever, if there's something I missed, if something is not clear, if you still have a question for me, anything. There's no rules on questions. The only thing I am not going to talk about tonight is the fee because, again, different options, different ways of paying it. We don't even discuss that until we want to make sure that you want to work with us and we want to work with you. All right. How you ask a question is two options. Number one, raise your Zoom hand. Right in the bottom of Zoom right now, there is a captions link or something like that. So if you have a question for me, just please, please, please raise your Zoom hand. Just go to the bottom of Zoom and you will be able to do that. By now, I think everybody's used Zoom a million times. Second way to ask a question is inside chat. If you just want to type in your question, that would be great. Roland will be monitoring chat and he'll bring that up. But my goal is to stay here for a little bit longer and answer whatever questions that you may have. All right, Roland, what do we have here tonight?
Diane, you are up first.
Hello, Diane. All
Go
right,
ahead,
you got
unmute
to
your
unmute
line.
yourself. Bottom left-hand corner. By the way, if you have a question, unmute yourself ahead of time. So, did you say Diane? All right, who's
Yeah,
got the next question? We'll have to go back to Diane. But Diane, just bottom left-hand corner, there's his unmute button. All right, Roland, what else we got?
we got a couple of folks in the chat, Pete, asking as far as how we help them find the deals.
Well, that's what my system and training and support is all about. And so what that entails is multiple live training sessions that I actually get involved in on a daily basis. All of our knowledge recorded in access and accessible to you 24/7 and access to all of the partners. All of that cumulatively is specifically to help you find deals. And so what we do right now, there's over 1,000 different ways of finding real estate deals, is the good news. The real bad news is only about four of them work right now. And so obviously I know what all four of those are. And all of our training, all of our support, or let's say 98% of it is focused on teaching those four techniques and strategies. You just basically figure out which one makes the best sense for you, or we help you figure it out. We implement it in your local marketplace, and literally that marketing system start bringing deals to you. I mean, that is the magic to what makes this happen in terms of finding deals.
And while we're on that topic, Pete, Anna's asking, how about deals from wholesalers?
No real opportunities there. No opportunities from real estate agents, from wholesalers, from Craigslist, from Facebook. I know that's easy to do. That's why kind of most people gravitates, but that's not where the real deals are. Real deals are directly to owner, and all of our systems, all of our technology, all of our marketing infrastructure gets you connected directly to owners. Wholesalers is not a good play. It's not for the savvy investors. And when you become a partner of mine, we automatically elevate you to that savvy investor status.
Love it. Thanks, Pete. Diane, I saw you unmute for a little bit. If you can do, there you are.
I'm here.
Hi,
Can you hear me
Diane.
now?
Loud and clear. How are you?
Okay, great. I want to know if you guys are if one of your systems backs tax liens and auctions.
Tax liens is a strategy unto itself. We buy them after they've been redeemed. Okay,
Okay.
after they've been redeemed. So we buy plenty of those deals.
Okay.
Options is just a strategy to taking a deal down, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
we have our own incredibly sophisticated contractors that give all my partners unfair advantage in the marketplace. So we don't need options. We just put them right under contract. It's taking me tens of thousands of dollars, Diane, with very expensive attorneys to put together a very solid contract. So, and you'll have access to those right away.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no need to option with me. We're buyers. We're not players. We're buyers, and so we use contracts right from the get go. And by the way, Diane, just to piggyback off what you said and what the last question was, that's all part of our infrastructure and training and support and onboarding you and getting you lined up with how to do this. The goal when you work with me and my team, the goal is hit the ground running like within 24 to 40 hours upon starting with us to start putting deals together that quickly.
So one of the things that I have experience in is tax liens, but I have found that waiting on that deed to come through those 3 years is a
No,
killer.
tax liens is yeah, you want to stay away from tax liens. Tax liens is a play unto itself. What we do, Diane, is we get on the back end of the tax liens when those years are over and boom, buy them that way.
Love it.
That way, Diane, you don't have to wait for the redemption period, which is what you're talking about, or any of that. So yeah, you're thinking the right stuff,
Yeah.
but we don't want to catch that on the front end. We because you don't make money for years. You don't want to do deals with me that don't make money for 3 years. We catch them on the back end when the redemption time's over, so we can start making money right away. I like how you're thinking.
Spectacular.
Are you talking to somebody on my team already?
No, I
Okay,
just
then you
I do
scheduled a
it on my
call.
own. My house,
Did, did
I
you schedule a
tried.
call?
Yeah, I tried. I sent an email, but nobody's gotten back to me. But they will. It's okay.
No, we don't do that. I'm not sure if you heard me. Go to chat right now and schedule a call. Guys, let me take a
Yeah,
pause here. It always amazes me. I'll be on here for 2 hours and people want to connect and they're like, well,
yeah.
no, I haven't done it
I
yet.
did all this.
Okay,
I did all
you
this
schedule a
interview.
call. For those of you that want to go to
Yeah.
the next step, just take a second, everybody. Go to the bottom of your Zoom. Inside chat is a request to call, whether you're talking to someone on my team or not. This lets us know you're here and that you are interested to go beyond tonight. If you don't do that, you're crossed off our world. No, nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I'm not for everybody, and neither is partnering for everybody. But if you do not want to lose touch with us beyond tonight, go to the bottom and schedule it. Thanks, Diane. I appreciate you being here.
All right,
All right,
Dan. We have a Zoom
Roland, what do we
user.
got?
Didn't catch your name. Zoom user. There you go. You're unmuted. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yep. Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me?
Yep.
Yes. I'm a real estate agent and I live in California, but
Nice.
I've been doing for 10 years, but I would like to do the flipping. I just don't have the finances right now.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to have it with me. That's why people start with me. I put up all the money, provide all the infrastructure and all that. By the way, I have a lot of realtors that are partners. A lot more money on the investing side than the realtor side. But the cool thing about being a realtor is you'll be able to also list our flips. So you'll be able to make the 6% commission on the sales side and 50% of the profit. How's that sound?
Awesome. Sounds great.
Awesome. Awesome. Who are you
Mhm.
talking to on my team?
Carmen Ramirez?
Who's that?
Carmen Ramirez? Oh,
Oh,
I'm not talking with anybody in your team.
oh,
Can
okay. Perfect. Did you set up a call already?
I try to, but I got that phone number. I think is partner
Roland,
me.
why are people sending in emails and getting phone numbers? Is something not working tonight?
I'm not sure people will definitely take care. Your name is Carmen, you said?
Yes, Carmen Ramirez. But it shows like in
Just go to
I
Z.
the
got you.
bot.
Okay.
Carmen, do you see the chat button at the bottom?
Yes,
Go
yes.
there, guys. Okay, I'm gonna let's play it one more time. Go to for those of you that
Chat.
want to go beyond tonight. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, that's okay. But if you want to go back tonight, you got to go to the bottom of chat right now. It's a button in the bottom of Zoom. Hit it.
Okay.
You will see a Zoom link. Do you see?
Uh,
Not the Zoom link, a schedule a call link. Do you see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Roland, I don't know why all these people inside chat are saying not working, not working. So hopefully the button you got you're posting is working.
Yeah, it should be, Pete. Just checked it now. It should be working just fine.
Okay,
Mhm.
perfect, guys. It's working. If it's not working, just let us know. All right, what do we have? Who do we have next?
Miguel,
Hey, Miguel, we hear you. Go ahead.
I want to
What's up,
know,
Miguel?
how you doing?
Good. How are
I'm
you, sir?
interested. I'm trying to get into this. I mean, I'm new to this. I'm trying to get away from what I've been doing. I want something better for myself and for my kids. I'm a single dad, and I'm really interested in this, and I think I do a good job.
All right, Miguel, $1 million question. Do you have a call scheduled?
No, not yet. I just barely got on here right now.
Okay. I don't know if I should say it again. Roland, should I say it again? Miguel, what are you going to do now?
Get on the bottom of the Zoom and
That's my man. See? That's
yeah,
how it works. I'm just picking on you, Miguel, because but yeah, I'll remember you. I'll remember the single dad and remember wanting to make a change. And I bet you're a hard worker. So schedule a
yes,
call.
sir.
Let's talk.
Yes, sir.
Mine came through spam.
I'm sorry.
My
What about?
referral or my confirmation came through spam. I did it twice. It came through spam. So I'm just telling everybody check your spams because it
Thank
doesn't
you
mean
for
that you're
that.
not sending
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Roland, what do we
Yep.
got?
Yeah, Pete, this whole time we've been talking about flipping houses. Can people keep these as rentals? How would that work?
If they want to, absolutely. I have partners that have done tons and tons of deals with me, and along the way, on the side, they built out a rental portfolio. Or they'll take the profits they're making with me on deals and put them in. Yeah, so absolutely. And we also do creative deals, like subject to owner finance, lease options. So a lot of times those, and you guys know that, a lot of times those can become what, people consider to be, long-term holds and stuff like that.
Love it, Pete. And many people are asking as well. Andriette, I believe, if I might be butchering her name. How about commercial properties? Do we do those?
Not in the first initial deals. Initial deals first, we're going to start with single family homes, duplexes, triplexes, quads, houses, condos, townhomes, modular homes, mobile homes, land deals, all of that. Once we do a couple deals and get comfortable with each other, I'm open to discussing anything. So I'm open to doing those, but not in the first couple deals. First couple deals, I want to do what I'm the best in the country at and get you the quickest results, put money in each other's pockets, and then we could discuss anything. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Pete. I'm going to combine a couple of questions here that would make sense, I think. Which Leroy's asking, how do they know what is a good deal, right? And also, do we have closers to help them with the deal itself?
Yes. So we hold your hand all the way through the process before you even get a deal. So yes, the answer is yes to that. And what makes a good deal, remember, I have the biggest buy box in the country because we stack 11 different strategies on top of each other. But that's also going back to what I said about our training and infrastructure and support. That's all about deals and how to identify a good deal. And like that is the only thing we really teach you. We'll never teach you paint colors. We'll never teach you how to clear title. All those things are necessary but worthless. None of them make you money. It's all about finding good deals. And so we will show you what a good deal is, where to get it, how to get it. We'll even lay out the marketing strategies for you and all of that.
Love it. Awesome. Thanks, Pete. Julian, I see your hand raised. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead, unmute your line there, bottom left-hand corner.
What's up, Julian?
Hi, how you doing, Pete?
Good. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here.
I'm pretty good. Driving for a while, and wanted to check you guys out, and I love it.
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to get in the swing of things. I was out in the community and talking to this guy, and he ended up offering me a property um, out of nowhere, and I wanted to see if we can run the numbers, or do we have a day that we can run the numbers? or who I can talk to run the numbers.
Well, you're not a partner yet, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, if you're a partner, you don't even need to be here tonight. You should be a part of our incredible system. You already got the keys to the kingdom. Um, this is all for non-partners. So I'll have somebody touch base with you, give you make sure you're part of it. There's behind the scenes right now, tons of my partners are being trained and coached as we speak. That's the side of the equation. You're just on the wrong side. This is for people who aren't partners.
Okay.
So I'll have somebody touch base with you, email you how to get all the support, and we'll get you. You got the keys to the kingdom, but unless you use them, it ain't gonna work. So we're
Is
gonna get you. We're gonna wheel you inside the kingdom. Okay.
okay.
All right.
Julian,
Well,
what's your last
I'm
name?
glad you brought that up. That you're a partner. I'm glad I asked you that
Oh,
because the question you asked, I was like, that's a weird question. But yeah, you're already in. Then let's get you a start. Let's get you rolling.
okay. Thank
Yep.
you very
Yep. Yep. Thanks,
much.
Julian. Well,
I'm good.
We'll have somebody contact you. Okay.
All right. Thank you,
All
Peanut.
right.
Yeah, real
Yes,
quick,
sir.
Julian, what's your last name?
Sauls, Sauls.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Michael Blaine.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, I understand the gist of what a buy box is, but what does it mean when you say you have the biggest or one of the biggest buy boxes in the country? What does that mean?
Sure. So most buy boxes, Michael, are tied into whatever strategy you do. Like if you talk to a fix and flipper, he's got their own buy box. Because to do a fix and flip, you need some kind of equity, you need some kind of spread. You talk to a wholesaler, they have a buy box. You talk to a creative person, they have certain kind of deals we're looking for. That is a reality of real estate. But that reality, Michael, is a very limiting thing because each buy box, believe it or not, is fairly small. That's why finding deals is very, very difficult. How you overcome that is you have many different buy boxes, which means we do multiple strategies. So let's say we do the fix and flip, that's the buy box. We do wholesale, the buy box gets bigger. You just stack it on top of each other. We do hotel, we do pre-marketing, we do pre-listing, we do subject to, we do owner finance. I also stack it by putting different types of, like we do houses, we do land. So when you stack all of those things together, Michael, probably about 60% of people you talk to that want to sell will be able to do something with. That's another way of saying that. An average investor, Michael, it is not uncommon for investors to have to talk to a couple hundred people to find one deal. Imagine that. That's pretty darn hard. With me, you don't have to talk to a couple hundred. If you do it the way we showed to you, almost 50 to 60% of people you talk to, they'll be like, there's an opportunity here. So that's huge. Does that make sense a little bit more now?
Yeah, that's helpful. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Are you talking to somebody in the team?
Uh, Jamie,
I love it. I love it. Did you schedule a call?
we already talked.
Okay. All right. Decide if you're in or out.
I'm in. I just
I'm
gotta
in.
get my taxes filed.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to working with you. I'll remember you. All right. Mr. Rowland, what do we got, sir?
Is it a Bernadine? You're unmuted
And
there. Go
then
ahead.
How are you?
I'm well.
Thank you for being here. How can we help you?
I like the presentation. I like everything to say tonight.
Roland, I was having a hard time connecting there.
Yeah, you mind repeating yourself? Sorry. If not, we'll come back. Or if you're in a bad spot, feel free to chat, and I'll be
Yeah, I
sure
think
to.
you're just in a bad cell spot or something.
Right.
Just put your question inside chat and Roland will get to it.
Yeah. With that being said, Pete, what else as far as other questions here in the chat, let's see here. As far as contractors, we have a couple here on the call tonight. You mentioned realtors, with that young lady in Southern California being able to profit from that. How about contractors? Can they double dip?
Yeah, mentioned that multiple times today, even gave you examples.
Yeah.
So if you're a contractor, you could fix the houses, make your fee on that side, and 50% of the profit. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I even introduced you guys today to partners like that, like Preston Moore and BJ and Tracy Medlin. They've all were contractors before they even started partnering with me. So they're fixing all the deals, also making that fee, and then also 50% of the profit.
Love it. Hey, Miguel, see you unmute your line. Do you have a quick question?
Yeah, I just wanted to know, do you guys do a lot, just not just rentals? Do you guys do like businesses, like little stores and stuff like that? Could we do that? Buy stuff
No,
like
no, we
that?
don't buy businesses. We do real estate, Miguel.
Okay. I was just
Yeah.
curious how
No, no,
that
it's a good
goes.
question. Fair. And now remember, we don't start with businesses, but after you and I do multiple deals and I get comfortable with you, you get comfortable with us, I'm open discussing
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. No, I didn't get to where I was by keeping a closed mind. It's just in the beginning, it's all out effort by helping you become successful and make money.
Oh, for
And
sure.
after that, yeah, you get it. And then after that, Miguel, I'm open discussing anything.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
Awesome.
here.
Thanks, Miguel. Speaking of all-out effort, Pete, Gary asked how many properties can he do at a time? What if he gets 12 properties under contract? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, no limit. What I'm looking for is people that are coachable, people that have at least 5 hours a week must have that to start with me to give us. And the third requirement is I want partners that want to do multiple deals. I like those a lot better than I want to just do one deal here and there. So yeah, I do like that a lot.
Now, with that many deals, Pete, that's a lot of holding costs, closing costs. Do these partners of ours have to worry about that?
No, no, made that very clear. Not a penny of anything.
Love it. Unless you have any other questions, we're almost questioned out here. Feel free to even manually raise your hand. That way I can take a peek and call on you. If not, let me know and we'll bug out of here. I know some of y'all have 9 kids, so
Uh,
um,
that beats
last few
me.
seconds here, last few questions. If not, Pete, we may be questioned out.
Okay.
When can we, I want to know when can we get started?
Do you have a call scheduled?
No, I put my number in there and I put my email, so I'm just wondering who's going to call me
Where'd you put your number, Miguel?
on the bottom with the little that little app you put out, the little email you gave
Uh,
on the
Roland,
bottom
we
of
got to
the.
make something easier than this. I bet we're losing half the people because I'm just not making it clear. They got to hit the link and schedule a call.
And that's what I did. I hit the link, but no one's called me.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
schedule a call?
Yeah, I put my number down there too.
yeah, Miguel. Yeah, once you schedule a call, we'll call you as soon as tomorrow.
Okay.
And Miguel, literally after the first conversation, we can get you started.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'll
Because
remember you. Look
I'm
forward to
ready.
working with you.
Thank you. I'm ready to go to work. I got
Let's go to
hours. I got
work.
time.
Let's go to work.
Sir.
Hey, Pete. Yeah, I think with that said, I think we're all questioned out.
Think I see Isaac desperately waving.
Oh, yes.
Isaac, what's up? I see you, brother.
Still muted there, Isaac.
Got to unmute yourself, bottom left-hand corner.
Where'd he go?
I think we lost him.
And then Nathan's back here. While I wait for you, Isaac.
Yeah, I just had a quick question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there's the initial investment. I get that. Is there any more investment for like marketing side, software, having to pay
No,
for?
no, no.
You guys
Some
aren't
people
doing.
do. Some people do, Nathan, go outside of our world and spend money like in third-party things, but you don't need to. Some people
Well, I was
do.
just curious because you said you don't really encourage getting wholesale deals or finding off
Yeah,
market from other people.
yeah. By the
That
way, if a wholesaler is on market, you're right. You got to get them off market. But
wholesalers are on market.
of course, they're selling. They're moving the inventory. That means it's being on market means it's being sold.
You just mean okay. You're not okay.
Yeah, means it's on
Not on the
market. Yeah,
retail
there's no
market
deals on the market.
necessarily.
Yeah, there's no deals on the market. Wholesaler, realtors. But anyway, Nathan, our systems are laid out that they do not cost money to find deals. That's what our marketing systems do. But some people do spend money on marketing. There's nothing wrong with that. It just speeds things up. But you don't need to with us.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah. And having said that, just to confirm, And you still don't want to get them from wholesalers. That's just they're looking for people that don't they do not understand. That industry right now is based upon taking advantage of somebody who does not know what they're doing. And when you're with me, you will not be taken advantage of.
Nice.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Hey, do we go on title also with you?
No, no, because you don't want the liability of going on title. Remember, that's the beautiful thing of working with us. You don't have to take any liability, any risk, anything or anything. You know, we raised the money, we got the insurances, the liabilities, all that put in.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's no way to get credit for like,
Oh, no, no. We know how to give you credit. Trust me. A lot of people that work with me done deals with me and then they go start doing their own deals and we know how to build out credibility packages for them.
okay, that
Yeah.
would be great. And
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking to stay with you for the next 20 years. So,
Let's do Isaac, I have partners that have done over 200 deals they haven't left. They're doing their own deals too, but why leave a partnership like this, right?
right.
Doesn't
It
mean you
sounds like
can't do
it.
your own deals, and you could cherry pick ones for you, and then the other ones you could bring to me. Whatever. I'm open to anything. You know what I mean? I'm not in there to hinder your real estate growth. I'm in there to help your real estate growth. I promise you.
Okay. And I want to do the same. So I'm looking forward to joining the team as soon
I'm
as I'm
looking
able
forward
to.
to. All right, million dollar question, Roland, right here. Isaac, do you have a call scheduled?
I've had a couple calls with Roland, but I'm still getting everything together, so I'm ready to become a partner.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Look forward to. I'll remember you, Mr. Isaac.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Isaac, let's just make sure it's not a 20 years before we get together, okay, buddy?
He wants to know
Give
Yeah,
me a
20.
couple of months.
don't stay with me on these 20
Keep it on.
years of these freebie meetings that make nobody any money. That's not the goal here.
No, I want to get to the partnership.
All right,
And
I love it. I love
and
it.
I'm a worker too. I'm a finished carpenter. I work night and day whenever I have a lot of jobs. So it's just been a bit slow for the last maybe year or so for
Well,
for for me as for work, you know. But
we're ready for you. You're the holdup. Let's go.
okay,
Looking forward to it.
Last
thank you
question,
guys.
Pete.
Thank you.
Thank
Uh,
you.
man with the iPhone. Oh, where'd you go?
Me?
Oh, you can go, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm already a member. Do I need to call and ask Floyd about my
Yeah,
card?
we'll touch bait. We'll touch base you behind the scenes. If you're already a member, you don't need to be on this. This is for non-members.
You always call me though. You always tell me
Uh,
you get on.
okay. Yeah, you must be on some list or something, but we'll make sure we'll get. I'll have somebody touch base with you behind the scenes. We see you.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Hmm.
And then we had another iPhone, young lady in the white shirt. Hi, I see you waving. Nice smile. Your name?
Montoya.
Hi,
Nice.
Montoya.
Hi. My question in the chat was I currently reside in Hawaii, but I have a home inland. And if I start with the program, is that something that I can do in any state?
50 states. I've done deals in Hawaii, Alaska, and obviously inland. So yeah, no issue whatsoever. Who are you talking to on the team?
So I was introduced by one of your team members, and I just scheduled my call during this call.
Ah, you see, it took us 20 questions and somebody actually did it. I love it. I knew it if I asked it enough. Okay, I love it. I'll remember you. What part of where do you live?
I am currently in Pahoa, Big Island,
Okay, the Big Island.
Hawaii.
Okay. Hey, make me come there. Make me come there. Let's get a deal. Make it worth my time.
Absolutely.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I love it. I love it.
And of course, wherever Pete goes, I have to help him out. So I'll be following you too. But
Especially when you go to the Big Island, right? And need a lot of help there.
hey, Pete, thanks for being here tonight. All questioned out. Appreciate your time.
All right, guys. Well, let's bring this to an end. Number one, I do appreciate you guys being here because I know every one of you had an option to be somewhere else. I really appreciate the people that are still here because that shows me one thing. You're serious and you're looking. And I know when we're done here tonight, this is not for everybody. I get it. Sometimes it's a personality thing, sometimes it's a belief thing. Sometimes it is a financial thing, but it's not always the thing. But for some of you, this is the thing. Like you've been looking for something like this, and you're ready to go through that wall to get to the other side of your dreams and goals. And that's really specifically who I was talking to tonight. So as I bug off here in a second, I'm going to ask Roland to stay here for an extra minute. And just to keep the link up, because if you're serious and if you're committed, don't let this thing go dark. Because once it goes dark, and if you don't have a call scheduled, which is totally fine, then that's the last opportunity to connect with myself and the team. But I'm going to leave you with these words, and these are the words that every single partner for many, many years has heard from me when I make that initial welcome call to them when they get started with me. And these are words that a number of you guys are going to hear from me here in the next day or so. And they go like this. Um, welcome. Welcome to the next chapter in your life. I look forward to working with you. I look forward to being a big, big part of your success story. And let's go out there and let's go chase some dreams and goals, and let's go bust some walls down. So on behalf of myself, Roland, most importantly, the team you did not see tonight that makes all this possible, thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. God bless every single one of you. Thank you again. And on behalf of myself, good night.
All right.
Thank,
God bless you guys too.
thanks, Pete. Thanks,
Thanks.
Isaac. Everyone else, please click the link if you haven't done so already. Like Peter mentioned, as soon as we end tonight, that link will disappear as well. So please do that. Scott Savage, peace out to you as well. Leroy, amen. Absolutely. For folks in Hawaii, mahalo, aloha. Multilingual. Um, click the link, folks, and one of our partner advisors, again, will reach out to you as soon as tomorrow. Good night, Corey. Thanks for being here. Nathan, good seeing you again. All right, everyone. It's May. Tomorrow is May 1st. We got a few more months in this year, right? Let's make it happen. Click the link, and we'll be sure to make things happen. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.